What are the facts? I'm looking. Go ahead.
AB paid the Patriots game in 2019, one game.
Turn
Who
it up,
lead the
Street.
team? I just got there week 2.
Oh, you talking about the one game in New England? Yeah,
Who led the team?
yeah, you did. I remember. Yeah, you had a good game.
How many yards I have?
I'm
AB led the team, right? Then the next week, I figured it out. The NFL don't want me to win with Tom Brady, especially not on the Patriots. Know why? I'm a Steeler, right? So they released me, right, Mr. Whitlock?
yeah.
Me and Tom Brady, we make an educated plan of what we got to do to come get me back to the league. 2020, go to Tampa Bay, I come back half the year. You remember that, right?
Yes.
You got that on the timeline. So 2019, I lead the team versus the Pats. The next week we got against the Jets, they cut me. I make $5 million that year off one game. So what did I tell you about the NFL wanting Antonio Brown to win the Super Bowl in New England with Tom Brady? You think they wanted that?
Why wouldn't they?
They don't want that to happen. Randy Moss was able to go to New England and win the Super Bowl?
He didn't.
Of course. Why that happen?
Because they lost to the Giants.
Yeah, I guess they lost, but I always think it's a reason why things happen. But they don't want that to happen, right? Why would they pay me $5 million for one game?
Because they were hoping to get a whole season out of you.
Why wouldn't you get a whole season out of that guy for $5 million you gave him?
Because you were involved in controversy. Didn't they have that woman come out and make some accusation?
Exactly. Because that's what the NFL do when you're doing your own things. I was able to get myself out the deal with the Steelers. Remember, I posted that on Instagram. Remember, I posted the video, ended my 9 years career after 2018. So I was able to make smart decisions for myself. The NFL is not a business where players can actually make the moves for themselves. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Whitlock? I was fortunate that I was able to put myself in some good positions in regards to my career. You know, if I could have...
So you hold for a second.
Street, what's happening, boy?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Got your home team in the house tonight, boy. Oh, AB.
Well, Antonio Brown in the building, man. For those who don't know, I actually coached Antonio Brown at your alma mater, Miami Norland Senior High School. So, what they say, Vikes, yo. Isn't that what they say?
Yo.
Man, real quick, shout out to do an intro, man. We have taken the private jet. We have landed in Key West Street. We on Duval Street, right in front of Sloppy Joe's bar. So if you've been on Duval Street in Key West and you see Sloppy Joe, tell him Hayes and Street said, what's up? So
Duval.
now that we got that out the way.
Duval.
Now that we got that out the way. Long interview, 2 hours and 30 minutes. I guess it's kind of probably average now, right? Shout out to everybody in the chat that came through. We got a lot to talk about, literally, and a little bit of time to do it, literally. Guys, what's your thoughts on that? Let's just jump straight into it, man. If you haven't seen the interview, we're going to kind of dice it up, slice it up, talk about segments, and see your point of view. Please put it in the chat. But if not, you want to watch the whole thing, definitely you can check it out on Jason Whitlock channel. But what's your thoughts about what he just said right there about the NFL not wanting him to win with Tom Brady?
I think it's his truth. I think it's what he believes. I know there are agendas to seeing sometimes, and sometimes they want things to look a certain way, or to be a certain way. I don't know if just having AB on the team is a reason to say for a team to win a Super Bowl or not. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he was trying to get at. I think maybe he was just trying to say, because in the roast they talked a lot about Tom Brady having a lot of white wide receivers, and I don't know if he's trying to say. I don't know if he was trying to say that, okay, when you do get the powerful wide receiver, we'll show you that's not the answer, and that's the agenda the NFL is trying to create. I don't know what he's trying to say. But I think some of that stuff does happen. I just don't know if this right here is one of the situations.
I mean, I agree with you. One thing I'll say about it, when you sit down and listen to people sometime, and they put this like in law, reasonable doubt. When you start saying, that's plausible. That's reasonable doubt, dog. Like it is. It's reasonable doubt. It's like, hold on, he might be onto something. You know, I'm just saying when you sit down and listen to 2.5 hour interview, you be like, this dude making some points. And like you just said, part of that may be his truth, right? That's how he sees it. And he's putting 2 and 2 together that most people don't think. They look at surface level stuff. And again, he's privy to way more information and way more things than probably you and I are of how the inner workings of the NFL work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Prime example, I'll just say this and we can move on. I remember when Brandon Marshall kind of exposed them with the whole uniform thing, right? Remember how he said at the end of the game, the equipment guy come take my pants, my jersey, my shoes, my cleats, and you think he just taking it. Man, they auctioning that stuff off. They done auctioned everything off. So, for us on the outside looking in, we would never know that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? We would never know that was a thing. So that's how I look at it, man. All right, so
sound like them on the inside looking in. They didn't know it was a thing.
Come on.
What you talking
about? Well, there you go. Until he found out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Until he found out. And so you like, dang, these dudes were literally robbing these cats of their stuff. And I think he asked the question, man, what you doing with that stuff? And somebody slipped and told him, and then there it is. So he started keeping all this stuff, man. But anyway, you got the next one queued up. We're ready to rock.
Yeah, let's run it.
While he's doing that, we're gonna pull these up and kind of break up the segments, man. Let's go and give credit now. Maybe that'll stop us from getting these copyright. Jason Whitlock YouTube page, courtesy of Jason Whitlock's YouTube page, Blaze TV or whatever he's on. So maybe that'll help us out. Fair use. Fair use.
Jason Whitlock.
Code 502-7.
Steve Kim, tell your boy Jason Whitlock, man, be easy on us, man.
Yeah, slow it down a little bit.
But I'm a big John Gruden guy, and I think he got a raw.
I got it with that.
About the email and all that other stuff.
What is this about?
I think he's talking about. I
know you were only there for a brief time, but I'm a big John Gruden guy, and I think he got a raw deal. About the email and all that other stuff. But walk us through when you called Mike Mayock a cracker. Is it the way you say cracker on Twitter? Or is it more upset when you call Mike Mayock a cracker?
No, it's an entertainment part of being a cracker of the day or being a nigga of the day. You know what I'm saying? And being in the football field, you could express these type of words, but not in a negative connotation. Let's get this clear. John Gruden and Mike Mayock, they believed in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't want to make it seem like I disrespect these guys. I got the utmost respect for Mike Mayock and John Gruden because these was the people in my NFL career that believed in AB. They gave me the big contracts, the guarantees that say, you know what, we stand by his talent. Usually the NFL, you usually come in with, they paying you because they don't recognize your talent. And then they eventually recognize your talents, then you don't get your value. So let's, for the most part, let's say that I respect Mike Mayock and John Gruden for not only believing in me, but in the football field is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't say I called them like a negative connotation out of aggression or to belittle them. I feel like it was entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, yo, look at this cracker. Cracker of the day. You know what I mean?
How did he take it when you said that?
I mean, Mike Mayock is an old safety. He's an ex-NFL player. I mean, he get how players.
Mike Mayock, an ex-NFL player. Hayes, I didn't know that.
Like the Netflix roast with Tom Brady.
Exactly. You see how much negative stuff they were saying? It's entertaining. It's fun. He know I love him, and he brought me there to do something special. And I'm the most player he believed in. The contract he gave me showed the value they got in me. He just know I'm just bringing entertainment to the field to make people be excited. That was my role as the Raider, to be a leader, to be excited, to bring that juice and that energy to try to change the culture so we could try to win.
So the hot air balloon coming to training camp, that was about changing the culture?
That was energy. We just was
Watch
doing
this
Hard
shit.
Knocks. Hard Knocks actually set that up. It wasn't my thing that I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna just come in a hot air balloon. Hard Knocks was shooting. NFL Hard Knocks was shooting, and they know we was in Napa Valley. Napa Valley, you know what I mean? That's what they got, hot air balloons. They're like, AB, we'll pay for this. We just need to get some content in regards of. I'm scared of hot air balloons, to be honest. My friend Dante,
I am a hot air balloon, but go ahead.
That's the hey, you made yourself the nigga of the day talking about you a hot air balloon. That's some nigga shit right there.
Wait a minute.
All right.
What you said? Watch this. Why you said watch this? What part? What you said?
Oh, the
watch
part
this.
where he was talking about, Hard Knocks set up the hot air balloon. Because I remember he got a lot of riff behind that hot air balloon thing. And I remember when that hot air balloon thing came out, oh, look at him being an individual, look at it, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And he said Hard Knocks set that up. They paid for it and everything else. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people are quick to judgment. And these are the things when you sit and listen to these kind of interviews, you say to yourself, well, dang, this dude really, I mean, they wanted content. He a polarizing character. We'll pay for it. It's good for clicks and likes. Huh?
Mm-hmm. He could deal with it. He could deal with it.
He could deal with it.
He could be all right.
You know what? And they pay for it. And so there it is. You know, let me ask you this. So when he talked to Mike Mayock and he called him the C of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get what he was saying.
Right.
That's that locker room talk. Unfortunately for him, he took it outside the locker room. Right? It became public. And that's locker room talk. I done seen it, done heard it, done said it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's when people say, what is locker room talk? That's that kind of talk. I'm not saying that particular saying is locker room talk, but that kind of stuff. And then he said, it's entertainment. It's entertainment. He kept saying, it's entertainment. It's entertainment. What's your thoughts on it, man?
Right. I think I think the way AB is looking at this is from a business standpoint. When you go back to remember the National Enquirer? Remember the National Enquirer used to sit by the register, right? And they always would have some crazy cover, something outlandish on it about somebody. And as a kid, you probably always wondered, like, how are they able to do that? Like, what is that? But today we call it clickbait, right?
Right.
The National Enquirer was in every grocery store.
Every grocery store. Every newsstand. Yeah.
Right. And I think dropping the gym here, because throughout the conversation, he calls his platform a network. I've been saying this forever.
Right.
What he's figured out, or maybe somebody set him down, because I see how these stars allow these companies to take over their account and post things that they may or may not will post. And you can't tell if it's them or not, but it's content that's viral stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he's figured out that what he has is a network. It's a network. If you think it's a network, TikTok, Instagram, it's his network. And if he grows it, he can walk into DraftKings and demand money. That's why he's calling it a network. And that's why he's talking the way he's talking, to bring in that negative or funny traffic.
It could be his own world star hip hop, TMZ, whatever.
Right. He's figured that out. He's figured out that he does have a platform, and all he has to do is ruffle feathers, move people's emotions in order to get them riled up. The traffic come in, the analytics, he shows the analytics to whoever, blah, 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 and he can get checks, because it's like having a TV network. I don't know if I could break it down a little more. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying.
The shade room. Think about it. He's no different. Okay, so what you're saying, he's no different than, say, Shannon Sharp, who started a podcast. the reason Shannon Sharp's podcast blew up as fast as it did, because he currently had a platform of who he was. And therefore, it wasn't hard to get people to watch. It's not like me and you grassrooting the thing in essence, starting a podcast, right? He's Shannon Sharp.
Right.
He's saying, instead of, what's the guy that does TMZ? Had to do it from the grassroots of getting it going and building it up. He's saying, I'm going to start this with my celebrity and do it this way, but create a shade room or a world star hip hop or, you know, whatever the case may be. So I get where you're going with it.
Yeah, and that's how it. So back to what you were saying, when he called somebody the C word, he called somebody a cracker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying it's entertainment. We don't know if he's being truthful with that, but we know what he's saying. What he's saying is, man, it's not personal. Not personal. It's just me. It's entertainment. It's just me talking. I mean, nobody's going to get shot. Nobody's going to get stabbed. 50 Cent how to rob an MC. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he's talking. That's what. Now, I don't know how far we can go. I don't know how low we could go, Hayes. You're gonna have to answer that.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the thing. Going back to locker room talk, we just saw the Tom Brady roast. They made a bunch of gay jokes and all that stuff. But
Right.
they wouldn't talk like that at a function. But in the locker room, you hear that kind of what you heard at that roast was locker room talk.
Right.
When Julian Edelman walk in the locker room, all on boy, oh, here come the dick sucker. Right? Here come the Brady ball cleaner. Like the same thing where he's, oh, what's up? Crack of the day. Like that's the locker room talk. So when you saw that roast, if you've never been in the locker room, that's basically locker room talk in essence, in joke form. That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's really what it is. That's locker room talk in joke form. And so that's just what it is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to, you know, to that piece. I get it. And then again, like you said, some of these celebrities get set up in essence. That was a hard knock. That was a hard knock deal. They set the balloon up. Let's create it. They're looking for clicks and likes. They want people to do what? They want people to watch Hard Knock. Antonio Brown came to practice in a what? Man, let me go check this out. And there you go. There go your analytics. All right, man. What you got next for us, man, on the line? So.
No, but that is kind of messed up, right? I don't think we touched on that enough. Like,
well, let's talk about it.
He didn't even do it. You know what I'm saying? It's all for entertainment to them. Behind the scenes, they're saying the same thing. We're going to make this out of entertainment. But then people make it out of his real life.
Right.
And bash the man.
Yeah. And sometimes it's the messenger, right? It's the messenger, not the message. I said that before. It's the messenger. And they get stuck with it.
It's the fact that it's Antonio Brown.
Of course. Of course. Because people can easily see, oh, that's something he'll do. Right?
Right. And they
but you wouldn't see Tom Brady. You can't see Tom Brady coming in a hot air balloon. Because that's not in his character in essence, right? Like he's not outgoing like that. And that, you know what I mean? That kind of sense. He's a team guy, team. You know, that kind of stuff. And those Hard Knock people know that. They know who to ask. They know exactly who to ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they know exactly who to go to with it. That was when he was playing on which team?
The Raiders. And they probably had two people in mind when they said it. Antonio Brown and AB. Them the two people they had in mind. Antonio Brown and AB.
I'm like, what this man talking about? Antonio Brown and AB.
That's it. All right, dog. What you got, man?
Okay, so we got the next clip, man. I think me and Ben Roethlisberger going down together. Only God can make that happen. On Big Ben and himself being inducted into the Hall of Fame. You think they're going to Hall of Fame, Hayes?
Tonio should. Yeah, I think they will. I don't think they're going to go together. But yeah, if you play that clip, you'll definitely see what he's talking about. And it kind of makes sense. You know, some Mac guys, man, from the Mac. Two Mac daddies, as he said it.
Big Ben did some questionable stuff while he was, you feel me?
But he talks about, but Did we talk about that clip? Oh, we didn't get to that clip yet. He brings that up, but let's go.
2027.
Yes.
There's a group of guys going into the Hall of Fame.
Woo!
And it's a great list.
Come on, man. Me and Ben together. Mac School guys, Miami, Ohio, Central Michigan. 2 Mac Daddies to go in the Hall of Fame at the same time for Steelers history. That's pretty legendary.
There's some other guys on that list. And
Show me that list because I know you a high rater. You could tell me who really got a chance. I think me and Ben Roethlisberger go down together. How like that? Only God can make that happen. Let's be real.
I agree.
How we landed at the same time.
Tell me this: are you concerned? Are you concerned that they could try to TO you?
I feel like why everybody like I walked in today, a lady told me I was like Dennis Rodman. I feel like people try to compare me with all these players and people they may not understand who may have had media. The thing difference between me and Terrell Owens, let me tell you. Terrell Owens got drafted by who? 49ers, right?
Yeah.
Who's the number 1 receiver in the 49ers?
Jerry Rice.
Okay, so like the thing with the NFL is one receiver, right? It's the number 1 guy they usually put in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
So how could what team did even Terrell Owens go down with? Who did he go down with the Hall of Fame? Which team? I don't even think he took a team.
Tough. It's
Exactly. The thing that's the difference between Antonio Brown, I got more stats than Han Ward, so I could go down as the number 1 receiver. And can you pull that up real
You
quick?
also have a Super Bowl ring. T.O. doesn't have a Super Bowl ring.
Now we get into the titties. You know the one thing in America? Prostitution. You got to get to the titties. I'm saying that to say this.
What?
When the baby's born, the mama have to put them on the titties, malnutrition. We're getting right to the malnutrition with the numbers you just stated out. AB's a champion. AB's number 1 in Steelers history as receiver.
No, you got to let this play because he gonna drop some stats.
And I have
Listen
a
to
chance
these
to go down
stats.
with the number 1 quarterback in Steelers history. I think Dan
Terry
Rooney.
Bradshaw.
I mean, Terry is up.
You got him right here in front of me.
I think he got Ben Rowe in Super Bowl, but I think Ben passed him in the stats.
All right.
Oh, he ain't let us get to it. Damn, Fearless.
Cost Kane for the $5. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate different vibes. Love it. Yeah, man. I tell you, we just like to have fun, man. We talk about daily events. It is kind of the slow part of, football season in essence. So, yeah, man, we definitely going to bring you different type of stuff so you don't want to miss it. Go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button while you're doing it, man. Appreciate it. Just short of 300 people in the building. What you think about what he just said about that, getting in? You think he'll first round?
12,000 yards. 83 touchdowns, dog. That's what he got on his career. 12,000 yards, 83 touchdowns, 928 receptions. He was getting it. His biggest year, he had 1,500 yards, 9 touchdowns, 162 receptions. That's not his largest year. 1,800 yards, 136 receptions, and 10 touchdowns. That was his largest year. He was getting it, boy, at Pittsburgh. Do I think he get in? Is the media still voting people in?
Yeah, I think he gets in. I don't think he's a first round ballot. I don't think he's a first round ballot. They're not gonna do it. They're gonna do him like they did T.O.
They finna give him a hard time unless he got something up his sleeve. Unless he had something up his sleeve, come down, put some pressure on some dudes like you going to court and somebody trying to testify. Let me go figure out a way. Put some pressure.
He got pictures of Roger Goodell or something, dog.
I think they're gonna give him a hard time, bro. Should they give him a hard time? Is the question, though, Hayes. I don't think two things have anything to do with it. Ben Roethlisberger did some heinous things, or got accused of some heinous things while he was. And now I don't think anybody's gonna blink an eye when it's his turn.
Nah, and he actually talks about that. I will, if we get a chance to get to it, because I know we're on a time constraint, but he talks about that. He talks about how media portrays white and black athletes, and such and such. And hopefully we can get to that one. I'm not going to spoil it because we still got a little time, but I agree. I agree. I never understood the whole T.O. thing. T.O. never went to jail. Never, like, we're talking about practice. Like, we're talking about that kind. Like, we're talking about what? Because he was a loud mouth. He spoke his mind. He said what he wanted to say, but he never went to jail. Right? It was never this, that, and the third. And that's the stuff that kills me, man. That's the stuff that I don't understand how one has to do with the other. But yet at the same time, you ain't had no problem having him on your team because he helped you win ball game. And that's the thing that gets me.
Right. Yeah. And in Pittsburgh, they kept it somehow. In Pittsburgh, they kept everything under wraps. Somehow.
Yeah, I don't know this. This is a straight speculation. We got Antonio Brown in the chat anyway. Maybe he could tell me. Or he could tell us how he did it. But
you got AB in the chat?
I don't know. He just say Antonio Brown, but it may be. Who knows? Shout out to Antonio Brown. Hey, if this Antonio Brown, let me hear you say, remember that? Matter of fact, I'm trying to see if I can ask him. I remember Duke called in one time and I didn't believe it was him. I had to ask him a question. AB, if this you, how did you get on the Miami New Orleans football team? If you, no, I'm saying if you can answer that, this is AB. If he answers that, that's AB.
How did he get on Miami New Orleans football team?
How did you get on the Miami New Orleans football team? And it was involving me. So if he answered that, then we know that's him. But anyway, no, I'm just saying to his point. He's got the numbers, dog. He's got the stats, dog. People are still saying, like, look, this dude was a killer, man. This dude was a killer, bro. Like on the football field.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
These stats. Yeah, them stats I just rolled off, boy. That's monsters, boy. 12,000 yards, bro. 83 touchdowns. What we doing, hey? Dang.
Scoring touchdowns, 83 touchdowns, bro. Yeesh. That's crazy.
He said
it is unfortunate.
Why do you think he said he has stats? Why do you think he said he has T.O. on the stat? What do you think he has more than T.O.?
I don't know. I would assume yards.
No.
Catches? Probably catches.
No.
Touchdowns?
Hell no. Terrell Owens, 1,500 yards, 1,000 receptions, 153 touchdowns.
16? You mean 16,000 yards? 16,000?
16,000 yards, yeah.
Okay.
16,000 yards. 1,000 receptions, and that's just rounding off. 153 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, right?
I don't know why.
Sometimes you throw it out there in this stick. Idiots like me will be up there talking about, yeah, that boy had T.O. type numbers because people won't research. So
T.O. played a long time now, not from 1996 to 2010. Antonio Brown played from 2010 to 2021.
Okay.
Maybe he got him on
about 3 years.
Yeah.
But still, dog, 3 years. That's bruh, 3 years, dog. That's 60 more touchdowns than what's his name had. 70 more touchdowns.
60, dog.
70.
60. Huh?
70 more touchdowns. You said 150 and 83?
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
He almost doubled them. Huh?
That's 70 more touchdowns.
He almost doubled them.
That's crazy, dog. And this man had to wait.
Chris Carter. 14,000 yards, 1,100 receptions, 130 touchdowns. Uh-oh.
Seems like my dog dropping off that list every time you pull up somebody else.
Uh-oh.
But he was the only receiver in that class, as a notable eligible.
I think that's what he's saying.
Right.
What he's saying, he is the top of his class. Chris Carter played from 1987 to 2002. That's 16 years. How long? That 15 years?
15 years.
Woo.
Yeah.
I just had a meeting with Chris Carter, man, the other day, man.
Oh yeah.
Now all I can think about you laughing at the man talking about the Hall of Fame video when his hair was out, man. That's all I can think about, man.
Oh, the man had the skin yarmulke up there. Yeah. That boy pull up to the scene with the ceiling missing.
Cool dude, though. Cool dude, man. Yep.
Nah, I get it. All right, man. What else we got, man? What else we got? Because it's finna get juicy here in a little bit, as they say. You better get in some real perceptions around here in a second.
He's about to get juicy fruit. So
Well,
next we got.
Go ahead.
Antonio Brown tries to school me on how to talk to Angel Reese.
This is funny right here, dog.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Put on the screen. Hold up.
I wonder how old Jason Whitlock is. You got it up there?
57.
Clear. I've turned.
Twitter be acting a donkey, dog.
I want to be clear. I've turned into a bit of an Angel Reese fan because
Angel Reese a baddie. Shout out to Angel Reese. If she start making 100 mils, you're gonna fly me out, baby.
Not because I just love the femininity she's brought in.
She a baddie, huh? Can you say she a baddie?
It's not my language.
What you said was real hot. What would the OG say?
I think she's very feminine, presents herself in.
Come on, man.
You see how masculine these women are presenting themselves?
I know, but she's more
feminine. I know. That's
what you think about that.
What higher praise in this time could I give a woman like you present yourself in a very
but they don't like
way?
the head like that. A feminine way is not telling a woman she's hot. Like, how you tell a woman you hot at 57? You say you smoking? Like, you feel me? You treacherous? Like, you a baddie? What'd you call her? I'm trying to learn what an OG is saying. Like,
so an OG Christian.
OG Christian, like what's the rapper Christian?
Love
Lucas?
the way she presents herself in a feminine fashion. Wish she cover up just a little bit more.
That's some cracker shit right there. Like,
what?
I love the way you present yourself. Like,
that's how. Look, man. These women are coming out all the time.
Lacrosse, right? Christian
Bizzle. You ever heard
what
of
Bizzle say? Like, what would
Lacrosse?
He's a rapper and he's younger than me.
So what would an OG say? Like, you got some junk in your trunk. You got it going on.
She's fine.
She a rabbit.
She's fine.
Okay,
she's fine.
All right. Can you just say Angel Reese?
Angel Reese is fine. For a 6'3" woman. She's a little too tall for me.
All right.
So you have been that over?
Be clear.
Wait a minute. Did
he
answer that?
You backed it up. Yeah,
Did he
you
answer
backed
that?
it up. Oh, that's a funny thing.
For a 6'3" woman. She's a little too tall for me.
So you have been that over?
See, that's why I was being careful.
That was just a question. I understand what are you going to. I said,
that boy got the moon boots on. Where you get these big shoes from, dog?
Well, that boy right there, kickball champion, boy. All right, let's do it. We can run through this real quick. I get where he's coming from, but this is the non-politically correct AB that people are afraid of. Mm-hmm. This is what people are scared of when it comes to him. Right? This is what people are scared of when it comes to him.
Right.
He's saying it. It may make you uncomfortable. You could call it borderline disrespectful, I guess. However, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say this. I remember this. At the school I was at, Chris Johnson, the running back, was from there. That's where he went to school prior to me getting there.
Okay.
And he had gotten in some trouble here in Orlando, yada, yada, yada. Long story short. I remember these teachers, I'll just say that. These teachers. Oh my God, he's a thug. He's a this. He doesn't even speak well. That's the favorite line. I say he's a football player, not a public speaker. See, people also want to put you in a box, but that may not be your forte. That's just like me saying to her, you play football, you suck. Right. That's not her forte. You know what I mean? That's not what she does. But people want to hold you in a certain regard, and that's what makes AB dangerous to a certain group, whether it's media, whether it's franchises who don't like distractions, whatever the case may be. And because he was so talented, they were willing to kind of close a blind eye or turn their head a little bit because he couldn't do that if he was a regular dude.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And he definitely couldn't do that as a 6th-round draft pick. Once he proved himself, then you started seeing. There's no way in the world AB could have been AB in the public. I guarantee he probably was like that in the locker room because he was like that in high school. Outspoken, fun, just, whatever. But he wouldn't come out on Twitter and whatever. And I know it probably wasn't like that back then, Street. But all I'm saying to you is, dog, when you look at it, that guy wouldn't be that guy as that 6th-round pick because he would have never you would never heard of him. He would have been done. He would have been out there living civilian life, I guess the right way to say it.
Right. I don't know. Jason Whitlock is a part in this where Jason Whitlock says kind of like he brought AB in here to see if he can put Jesus in his life.
Nah, Jason Whitlock brought him in to put clicks in his pocket. That's what he did.
Come on, getting it too. He getting it too. Yeah, he's definitely getting it. But you're right, man. People don't really touch him because they're scared, like what's gonna come out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is Jason Whitlock's platform. Like I think it's his. I think he has freedom to probably do what he wants. So AB can come up here and be pretty free. And it's actually a cool conversation, though.
And I'll say this, believe this or not, I'm going to show you how dominating AB is. Jason Whitlock is very reserved in this conversation.
Yeah.
He's very careful with what he's saying. He's kind of bashful. Like when he says something, you'll bend over, he's like, see, like that cringeworthy, but Jason Whitlock will say those same big polarizing statements on somebody else, but he's making the statement on his platform. Does that make sense?
Right. So a little inside story, and we got to get out of here too. Little inside story. So I know somebody that interviewed AB before, and we reached out to him. We were going to try to interview him again. We were trying to get the numbers right, get the business side of it right. And they said he showed up really, really late, like in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. And they said he had them folks with him.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that was the first time they felt that something could have really went wrong, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? It felt like that. So we don't know who he's rolling. We don't know who's behind the camera. We don't know who, you know what I'm saying, in that room.
Sure.
Yeah. And they just standing there. All right, Whitlock. You be Whitlock if you want to. And Whitlock, energy's different. You said it.
You can see his energy. He kind of like, Smooth just said something, man. AB get on the Hall of Fame stage and say anything. Listen, that might be them people too. I don't want to say, I want to say this, but understand what I'm saying. They may not get him in until he may not be able to speak his piece. I'll put it like that if y'all know what I'm saying. Because we see that a lot of times. We see guys from, 1945, 1963, they get in and they have to be represented by a family member, if y'all know what I'm saying, without saying it.
And that's what I wanted to get at. Like the part that I think is going to hinder him is how he walked off that field. You remember that? And I think that's going to hinder him when you want anything back from them, anything, insurance money. I think it's right, and they don't want the employees embarrassing. And I think that may hinder him. The way he walked out that thing, that picture still viral. No shirt on, and he felt he was getting done wrong. I get it. I've heard the inside story. But the way he walked out of there on that stage was him pissing on, and you best believe when they get a chance, they're going to piss back. That's what I believe.
Oh, a gazillion %, dog. A gazillion %. I just look at it like, and there's so much more to this. We might, because I know you got to run. I do too. We may do a part 2 of this tomorrow. What you think? Because I know you got to run. And there's so much more.
No, we could.
Yeah, this is a 2.5-hour interview, man. So I encourage you, if you have not seen it, go see it so you kind of know what we're talking about. And you guys can help us out in the chat too with some information, man. But I just look at it like he's a guy. He's fearless in what he has to say.
Mm-hmm.
He live in that crib lifestyle, because at one point he was talking about gay folks and he called them a booger. Now we know that's a Miami term, right? We know that's a Miami term. Calls them by the book. Jason Whitlock say, "What is that?" Had never heard of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, and the reason I want to do a part 2, because he starts talking about, well, I don't think it's any of those cut-ups, but he talk about where he's from. People said he was homeless. He's like, I wasn't ever homeless. I just lived in different homes.
Yeah. He called out addresses and all, boy. I was like 95th Street. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot to this, man. But because I do want to get to the part where he talks about him and Tom Brady, being Roethlisberger, and what's going on and everything else. Yeah, we'll do a part 2 mañana. We had to cut it short. And we'll get on here and we'll definitely chop it up and see, man.
I don't see how.
Oh, dang. Hold on. I got to pull my own see how up.
I don't see how Nikola Jokic done won the MVP for the 3rd time. Here's your NBA MVP, Nikola Jokic.
What's his name?
Jokic. Nikola Jokic. The Joker. Just call him the Joker. Nikola Jokic. Jokic. I think he's from Yugoslavia somewhere, though. Russia somewhere. Number 1 MVP for the 3rd time. He's the 9th player to win MVP. I think Edwards coming. Edwards gonna get there though.
You tell me he got MVP type numbers? I don't know, so I'm asking.
He does. No, he doesn't. He does his thing. He's 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? He's a bigger Dirk. He's a 2024 Dirk with an Escalade extension. He does his thing. Remember, he killed the Heat last year. Can't jump, can't run. He got an old man game.
Heat. Like my I don't see how from yesterday. Is that what you're saying? You remember I don't see how with the old dude
with some height. He got an old man game.
With some height.
Yeah, dog.
With some height.
He can do it inside. He can shoot it outside. Throw some elbows. Can't jump. Is all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Kevin McHale with a jump shot in a couple more inches. Huh?
No, I get it.
We got fake Antonio Brown in the comment section, dog.
Oh man, I told you if it's the real one, he'll know what time it is.
That's not him. That's not him.
Nah, he's smooth.
So let's get up out of here, dog. You guys,
check the back cave real quick while he's doing this. This right here is I don't see how people. Why? Just why? I have to say it's beautiful. It is a sight to see.
It's something about. Is that what it is? Okay.
Yes. But why? And that's the part I'm not understanding. Why in the world because y'all will see. Y'all will see what I'm saying. I don't know.
You ready?
Yeah.
This is the entrance to a beehive that is inside my house. There's the outside, and here's the inside. This is an observation hive, okay? You can see right there the bees coming in and out. It is high traffic right now to these 3 boxes of bees right here. Look at all that comb. This box is a lot newer, and they're just starting to build into this one right here. You can see them measuring up, but then there's 2 more entrances, and it is all busy.
Here's what I'm saying, Street.
It's
It's pretty like
there's a dilemma here. Go.
But you can't go outside your house.
Right. Maybe he know more about bees than we do. That's all.
I bet he don't think they sting. Because here, what I'm saying is, I get the idea. I really like. Okay, it's a way of having nature in your home, right? First of all, bees hum all like they vibrate and they you know. So that's got to be making some noise. First of all, that's just that one. But you know us, that always that what if, man, if that thing break or somebody hit it and it opened up,
that's it for your house, right? Your house infested at that point, right?
Yeah, you could get them out. I mean, yeah, you could definitely get them out because then. But I actually had at my mom's house. She actually had 50,000. They estimated 50,000 bees were in her roof. They had made a nest. I got pictures of it. They had to cut the tiles off the roof, and they were pulling them honeycombs out the roof, dog. And how we found out, I believe the honey started dripping from the ceiling. We were like, "What the world is that?" And the honey started dripping from through the wall, through the wall.
Okay, crazy.
That's
right?
kind of wild. But look at all these bees on the outside. Like these bees are outside. And when he said, I'm like, "That's not the inside your house. That's outside." And then when he showed the picture, I was like, man. But anyway, that's my I don't see how for the day. I don't see how in the world dude got a whole bee colony inside his crib, and he can't go outside and play.
Man, but he got a built-in, like, that thing can have his own Instagram page, make his own money.
Literally.
He was bored. He has to be in West Bump, Sarasota. Has to be, dog.
I don't know what that dude. I don't know what he's doing. But to me, that's like, I don't know, bro. I hear it, but I don't understand
it. All right, man. Let's roll.
All right, man. We out here, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming through. We're going to have part 2 of this. We had to run today, but we are at Sloppy Joe's. We'll keep the private jet right here in Key West, man. We finna go down to the world's smallest bar down here in Key West. If you've never been there, they got one bar stool in there, and that's how you got to go get your drinks. But anyway, we're going to hang out, man, a little bit. We got to go take care of some stuff. And with all that being said, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. We'll be here mañana, 7-ish Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe button on both sides of the street as we dual stream this thing. And that's it, man. That is his Wi-Fi. Oh, man, that's crazy. y'all. Hey, I forgot. Y'all check it out too. Street, you got a Spaces tonight, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be Discord. We're gonna be Discord live on tonight.
All right, and I'm doing Canes Talk Live tonight. I want to know. Y'all come check it out. I want to know. The Miami Hurricanes done in the transfer portal. That's all it is. Anyway, we out here. Peace.
You.